Ever notice how life changes once you cross that 60-year milestone? Suddenly, your time becomes precious, your energy more limited, and your patience for unnecessary drama gone. Think about it. Shouldn't your golden years be filled with joy instead of stress? With meaningful connections instead of draining relationships? Let's face the truth together. Not everyone in your family circle deserves unlimited access to your life, especially now. Some people drain your energy, constantly criticize your choices, or make you question your own judgment. So here's what we're tackling today. Which family members might be silently sabotaging your happiness after 60? And more importantly, how can you protect your peace without burning bridges? Stick around, because I'm about to reveal 6 types of relatives you should consider keeping at arm's length after 60. Trust me, number 5 might completely change how you view certain relationships in your life. And by the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to reclaim your joy and set healthy boundaries. Ready to prioritize your happiness? Let's dive in. Number 1. The drama magnet relative. We all know this person, the family member who transforms even the smallest issue into an emotional hurricane. Every conversation becomes a crisis, every disagreement a full-blown catastrophe. At first, you might dismiss it, thinking that's just how they express themselves. But let's be honest. As the years pass, you start noticing how these endless dramas chip away at something precious, your peace of mind. And here's what medical research confirms. Chronic stress isn't just unpleasant. It's actually dangerous for your health, especially after 60. It raises your blood pressure, weakens your immune system, and even affects your memory and cognitive abilities. Think about it. Is someone else's constant need for emotional chaos worth risking your well-being? The wisdom you've gathered over 6 decades deserves better investment than managing another person's manufactured emergencies. As the ancient philosopher once wrote, you have control over your mind, not external events. This wisdom applies perfectly here. While you can't change the drama magnet's behavior, you absolutely can control how much of their chaos enters your life. When drama starts brewing, give yourself permission to step back. Let the call go to voicemail. Excuse yourself from the conversation. Guard your emotional energy like the valuable resource it truly is. Remember, every moment spent in unnecessary conflict is a moment stolen from activities that bring you genuine joy. Your golden years should spotlight what you've built: meaningful relationships, peaceful moments, and pursuits that light you up inside. Drop a yes in the comments if you've already started protecting your peace from drama in your life. Number 2. The financial parasite relative. When you've worked diligently for decades, carefully saved, and finally reached your retirement years, you deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But there's one type of relative who views your financial stability as their personal ATM, the financial parasite. Their approach starts innocently enough, perhaps a small loan for an emergency, a request to cover an unexpected bill, or help with a temporary setback. They promise to repay you, swearing this is just a one-time situation. But patterns reveal truth. One request becomes 2, then 5, then 20. The amounts increase. The repayments never materialize. And if you hesitate, get ready for the guilt trip. Family is supposed to help each other, or I'd do the same for you if the roles were reversed. Let's talk reality. Retirement finances aren't limitless. Your income is likely fixed, your savings carefully allocated for your needs. Every dollar diverted to someone else's poor decisions is one less dollar securing your future comfort, health needs, and simple pleasures. Consider Robert's story, a kind-hearted man who spent his retirement fund helping his brother with one temporary crisis after another. By 75, Robert's travel dreams had evaporated along with his savings. And his brother? Already targeting another relative for financial support. Type boundaries in the comments if you believe protecting your financial security is an act of self-respect, not selfishness. The solution isn't cutting family off completely, but changing how you offer support. Instead of cash, offer guidance. Instead of paying bills, share knowledge. Connect them with resources rather than emptying your accounts. Remember this wisdom. True assistance teaches fishing rather than providing fish. Your retirement security matters. You earned every penny through decades of work. Don't let someone else's financial irresponsibility become your burden to carry. Number 3. The know-it-all relative. Picture this familiar scene. You're sharing a decision you've made or an opinion you hold, and before you can even finish your sentence, there they are, the family know-it-all, ready to correct you, contradict you, and explain why you're completely wrong. This relative positions themselves as the ultimate authority on everything. Your health choices, your lifestyle decisions, your relationships. Nothing escapes their unsolicited expertise. The real danger here isn't just the annoyance factor. When someone repeatedly dismisses or criticizes your thinking, something subtle happens. You begin questioning your own judgment. Self-doubt creeps in. Your confidence erodes. And that kind of self-questioning can seriously impact your happiness and independence after 60. As the wise poet once said, never prioritize someone who treats you as an afterthought. Think about that. Are you allowing someone's need to be right to overshadow your right to be respected? The solution isn't confrontation, it's calm confidence. When they launch into a correction session, try responding with, I appreciate your perspective, but I'm comfortable with my decision. Then change the subject or politely excuse yourself if they persist. Your 6 decades of experience have earned you the right to trust your own judgment. You don't need constant validation, especially from someone who's more interested in being right than being supportive. Have you encountered a know-it-all in your family? Share a thumbs up if you've started standing firm in your own wisdom. Number 4. The guilt trip expert relative. Perhaps the most manipulative relative of all, the guilt trip expert has mastered the art of emotional manipulation. They've studied your sense of duty, identified your tender spots, and know exactly which strings to pull to make you dance to their tune. Their trademark phrases sound like caring but hide control. After everything I've done for you. Or, I guess family doesn't mean what it used to. They wrap demands in the language of love, making refusal feel like betrayal. Here's the troubling truth. This isn't love. Real love comes without strings attached. Real love respects boundaries. Real love doesn't keep a ledger of debts to be collected. When you constantly surrender to guilt manipulation, resentment builds inside you. Each yes given under pressure adds to growing frustration. Your happiness gradually diminishes, sacrificed on the altar of someone else's demands. Understand this fundamental truth. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's essential self-care. You aren't responsible for managing another person's emotional reactions, especially when they're using those reactions to control you. The philosopher taught us centuries ago, we control our actions, not external events. The guilt they attempt to place on you only works if you accept it. When you decline their manipulation, you reclaim your power. Try responding with simple clarity. I understand you're disappointed, but I won't be able to do that. No extended explanations, no defensive justifications, just calm, firm boundaries. Your later years deserve to be shaped by joy and authentic connection, not manipulated through obligation. The greatest wisdom from elders often includes the regret of living too long according to others' expectations rather than honoring their own needs. If you're ready to break free from guilt manipulation, comment freedom below. Number 5. The control disguised as care relative. This might shock you. The most dangerous relative isn't the obvious troublemaker, but the one who slowly undermines your independence while claiming to help you. The control disguised as care relative appears like a blessing. They're always available, eager to assist with errands, health decisions, or managing your affairs. Their concern seems genuine, their presence comforting. But watch carefully as a pattern emerges. Let me handle that for you becomes, you shouldn't be dealing with these decisions. Support gradually transforms into takeover. Help morphs into control. You hear phrases like, at your age, you shouldn't. Or don't worry your head about that, I'll decide. Each helpful act carries a hidden cost. Your autonomy, your confidence, your right to direct your own life. Consider Samuel's story, a dignified man who managed his affairs competently until age 75, when his well-meaning niece moved in to help. Gradually, her assistance expanded beyond bills and transportation. She began choosing his doctors, dictating his diet, selecting his social circle. When he objected, she responded, Uncle, I'm only doing what's best for you. His independence evaporated before he recognized what was happening. This subtle erosion of autonomy creates a profound unhappiness that many seniors struggle to articulate. The greatest loss isn't physical ability, but the right to make choices that reflect your values and preferences. Ancient wisdom reminds us that true strength includes self-governance, maintaining control of your decisions regardless of physical limitations. When Samuel finally recognized what was happening, he reclaimed his independence by hiring professional help that respected his autonomy and establishing clear boundaries with his niece. How do you recognize this dynamic? Ask yourself, does someone make you feel incapable? Do they dismiss your preferences? Do they make decisions without consulting you? Do they suggest you need them in order to function? These are warning signs worth heeding. While accepting appropriate assistance shows wisdom, surrendering control does not. The solution balances independence with support. Seek help that respects your autonomy. Consult professionals alongside family input. And remember that accepting help with tasks doesn't require abandoning authority over your life. Your dignity, your choices, and your independence are worth protecting. Drop a red heart if you believe maintaining your decision-making power is essential to happiness after 60. Number 6. The perfectionist showcase relative. They arrive at family gatherings looking flawless, designer clothes, immaculate home photos on their phone, stories of their amazing vacations, their successful children, and their picture-perfect life. Meet the perfectionist showcase relative, the family member who turns every interaction into a subtle competition you never signed up for. Their conversations inevitably highlight their achievements while indirectly minimizing yours. Their social media features carefully curated moments that make ordinary lives seem inadequate by comparison. They don't directly criticize your choices. They simply showcase their superior alternatives. The truth? What they present is an edited highlight reel, not their complete reality. Behind those perfect images likely hide the same struggles, disappointments, and challenges everyone faces. The danger comes when you start measuring your authentic life against their carefully filtered version. This comparison game steals your contentment, making you question whether your choices, accomplishments, and lifestyle measure up to an impossible standard. As the wise actor once said, success isn't about what you accumulate, but about the difference you make. True fulfillment doesn't come from impressing others with external achievements, but from internal peace, meaningful connections, and living according to your genuine values. The solution? Exit the comparison trap. When they launch into another showcase of perfection, appreciate their good fortune without internalizing it as a measurement of your worth. Redirect conversations toward meaningful topics rather than status updates. Focus on gratitude for your own journey rather than envy of someone else's curated highlights. Your life's value isn't determined by how it photographs or how impressive it sounds when summarized at family gatherings. It's measured by the love you've given, the integrity you've maintained, and the authentic connections you've nurtured. Type authentic in the comments if you're choosing real happiness over the exhausting pursuit of perfect appearances. How to protect yourself and find peace. As we age, our energy becomes more precious, our time more valuable. We simply cannot afford to have it drained by toxic relationships, even when those relationships involve family. Recognizing these 6 types of relatives isn't about harboring resentment or cutting family ties. It's about understanding that you deserve relationships that add value to your life, particularly in these important years. So how do you protect yourself while maintaining inner peace? First, master the art of boundary setting. Your peace isn't something that happens by chance. It requires protection through clear limits. Without boundaries, others will define your time and energy according to their needs, not yours. Remember what the wise investor once said. The difference between moderately successful people and extremely successful people is that the latter say no to almost everything. Learn to say no without guilt or lengthy explanation. A simple, I care about you, but I can't engage with this conversation creates a firm but respectful limit. Well-placed boundaries actually strengthen relationships rather than weakening them. When you engage on your own terms, resentment doesn't accumulate, allowing for more genuine connection. Second, prioritize your well-being above others' demands. After decades of supporting others, your golden years should finally center around your needs, your joy, and your peace. Consider Margaret's story. She spent her entire life putting everyone else first. When retirement arrived, she dreamed of reading, traveling, and quiet mornings. Instead, her phone constantly rang with requests. Guilt kept her saying yes until she realized at 75 that she had spent her retirement years being available to everyone except herself. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. Take care of your physical health, protect your emotional well-being, and pursue activities that bring you genuine joy without apology. Finally, practice the liberating art of letting go. Releasing resentment, expectations, and toxic connections doesn't mean you've failed at relationships. It means you're choosing peace over unnecessary struggle. As the great leader taught, holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Letting go frees you, creating space for relationships that nourish rather than drain you. This doesn't necessarily mean cutting people off completely. Sometimes it simply means adjusting your expectations, limiting exposure, or changing how you engage. The goal isn't isolation, but creating a circle of relationships that support your well-being rather than undermining it. And that brings us to the end of our journey together. Protecting your happiness, peace, and well-being after 60 starts with recognizing relationships that drain you and having the courage to set healthy limits. Have you encountered any of these relative types in your family? How have you handled these challenging relationships? Share your experiences in the comments. Your wisdom might help someone else navigating similar waters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights that support your journey toward a joyful, peaceful life at any age. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on our upcoming videos. Until next time, remember, you deserve relationships that lift you up, not wear you down. The power to choose those relationships lies entirely within you.